Yo, what is up everyone? Back again with another Melty Blood video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Roa versus Noel, which two characters I was not expecting to see fight each other. I was expecting to see Roa versus Vlav based on the trailer for Vlav, but I guess we're not getting that. I guess we're actually getting Noel versus Roa, which if you know anything about the Tsukihime storyline and stuff like that, it sort of makes sense that she's fighting him as well. But anyway, definitely are looking forward to seeing exactly what Noel brings to the table because she's a brand new character. We only seen her trailer, so we don't know too much about her. We know Roa is based off his half version from classic Melty, but we don't know really much about Noel, so there's gonna be a lot to analyze about this character and how she's actually gonna be playing out, how she's gonna be using her actual limit to projectiles, and how she's going to establish her pressure and stuff like that. So I'm very interested to see what this character brings to the table. But you guys already know what I gotta do. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content if you like the type of stuff I've been putting out as far as guides, tips and tricks, and discussion videos, and of course analyzing footage that we've been doing for Guilty Gear Strive, and of course we're going to be doing for Melty Blood Type Lumina as well. So support your boy, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notifications on so you know when the next video goes live. All right, here we go. Noel versus Roa. What stage are we fighting at? Oh, the new stage. All right, cool. I'm down for that. Let's see how this character fights. Bro, that pose from Roa. Alright, here we go. Already starting off. Throwing one of her knives. Fatal counter. Ooh, the loops? Into the launcher? Wow, that did a decent amount of damage, actually. We've been talking about that, man. We've been talking about the moon drive activation. Keeping people honest on the Oki. Oh, she missed the BC air throw? Jeez, anti-aired with the overhead. Whoa, did she just jump cancel her air throw? I forget you get like additional air option. You don't use them all. That did a grip. All right, calm down, Roa. Come on, man. We gotta give us some time to watch this, bro. That did so much damage. Starting off the same way again. Looks a little predictable that way. Jeez. Did she just like use that to like extend the combo? That was interesting. That was very nice. Because it's a projectile, you could probably just do it. There's gonna be a lot of reads with stuff like that. Okay, so we can see Roa actually doing the ground version of his lightning. This super is cool. I like the super a lot. It got a lot of style to it. This song is actually sick. This is a song we heard in like the first trailer too. Ooh. Okay, a little tick direction. I love this song. This guitar riff right here. Don't tell me you're gonna do it again, bro. She's been doing it every round. Oh, nice air to air block stream. That overhead's been killing him. Okay. Man, okay. This pressure looks a little annoying. It looks good. It looked like it's plus too. Obviously, it should probably be a little bit stronger than normal projectiles because it's a limited resource. Oh man, she just ran up with the overhead. Oh, that's what they're talking about with the restand. That's going to be very tricky. I can see that being a very useful tool. I wonder if you could do that at like the end of combos. Depending on how plus that is, that could be a very scary situation. We'll talk about that later. Interesting. I like the idea. We're going to talk about that too. This better not kill, bro. Okay. Ooh, it's plus, man. Juice. She's a cool character. I like it. She's doing some cool things. We definitely got a decent amount to talk about, for sure. So starting off talking about Noel first, she definitely has some interesting normals for sure. Right off the bat, it's noticeable that she obviously has like a bunch of double hitting normals. Some of the normals don't even seem like they should be hitting with double hits, but they are, especially like the overhead. I think both of their overheads actually have like 2 hits within them, which is, I guess, pretty good for her, obviously. But I just wasn't expecting that. She also has a normal that the person was definitely using. seems like a double swipe. The first swipe was whiffing, but the second hit of it was what they were using for the spacing control, which seems pretty interesting as well. They were using it in block strings as well too. She also has one normal, I guess, I think it's a normal, maybe a special move. The little hop kick thing that she does, that actually does a wall bounce. So that's pretty interesting for her. And of course, she also has a move that actually pulls people in. So it's going to be a vacuum effect on that. That could be pretty good for, like, I guess, reverse beat pressure, especially if characters have like plus 2Ls in this game. Even if they don't have like plus 2Ls or 5Ls or 5As and 2As in this game, that can still just be good, because if you do it and you put a slight delay, obviously it's a frame trap, but if you delay it and then put, like, you know, until it recovers and then you press it again, then of course it becomes like you get all your reverse beat options back, because you essentially just waited until it recovered. But they're scared because you could put the slight delay between it. So you can also play with that mind game, especially with stuff like that, if you keep that Gatling open for you. Now the restand seems pretty good, and I don't know exactly how plus it is. Restands are always very strong, and especially if they have a lot of plus frames for you to go over mix-ups off the option itself, it can be very good, especially if this character has a staircaseable combo she can do off her launcher or something like that. If she can launch you in the air and somehow get you back to the ground, maybe with like an EX knife or something she could do, a moon skill version of it or something, then this could be very good for ending her combos with and creating some very scary situations. She could go for like overheads and lows while you just really can't do anything because she's like plus 20 or something. We really have to see exactly what the frame data on that actually is and how many options she actually got out of it, because it sounds pretty crazy just on paper, just thinking about exactly how it could work. We can see that there is an example where she does one of the kunais and it basically just like sends Roa like straight down to the ground, and she was able to pick up for a combo in the corner. That's very scary to think about, that she can actually do this and, like, you know, potentially end the combo in this type of situation, because maybe this would be a better situation for people to do stuff with and be able to go for more ambiguous mix-ups with this character. Also, last thing about her real quick, I don't remember if they actually mentioned this or anything like that when we read her Famitsu article, but apparently she can actually cancel one of her knives into the other knives. So that's pretty cool that she can actually do. She could do like the ground one into the air one. It seems like it just like cancels directly into each other. I don't know if that has any practical use. Maybe the air version is a little bit more plus, so she can actually have time to get in. It seems like when she does it, she sort of like hops forward a little bit too, so it probably gets her in a little bit better if you spin two of them like that. There's always the EX one, I guess, too, you could do, if I mean, because that one's going to spin too as well. But I don't know the difference of the practicality between doing that one. I think the EX one actually has like a couple of hits she do before she actually starts spinning the kunais or something. So you may have to be a little bit closer to actually make that one work, is probably what it is for that one. Now, of course, there was a couple of mechanics here that's also nice to see again. Of course, you can shield the actual heat activation, which is nice. You could do that again, which is pretty good to see. You can also, with special cancel A normals as seen. We see Noel at the very end. She did a 2A and then it whiffed and she went directly into the moon skill EX or whatever. And she was able to basically get the plus frames to kill Roa from there. And yeah, so I don't know if we can actually do that from normals quite yet, because I know you can do it in normals in classic Melty, but we know you could definitely do the special cancels for sure. Now, there was another situation with Roa that I'm not familiar with inside of classic Melty, and that is the fact that he did OTG heat activation. Now, I know you can do heat activation once you do a knockdown on an opponent and stuff like that, especially on hard knockdown, but I don't really remember any situations where you can hit the opponent as an OTG state and actually get that to happen. Now, when he did that, he actually was able to recover before she did, which is also interesting. So this could be a very good situation for people, especially if you can get this to happen when you're at like a low life deficit and you could just, you know, finish your combo, then like OTG them with your heat activation and then go for your like Oki pressure and stuff like that. So it can really turn the tides of battles and give you like a safe way to actually do heat without worrying about it getting baited outside of being in neutral, or of course getting baited when you wake up and stuff like that. So if this is the way they're going and this is something new, then that's also pretty good for offensive like heat activation. Two final things that I actually noticed. So we talked about in the Famitsu magazine that Noel can actually dash cancel her actual grounded version of one of her knife toss, but apparently she could do that during the super. So she has a super where she actually tossed one and it actually costs one of her limited resources, which is pretty interesting. I guess she did the dash cancel off of that as well. So she has a super version of it, which is like a fire explosion. She was able to like run through and pick it up with a combo. So I wonder how that super actually interacts when she doesn't have that resource. Like, does she just not have that super anymore? That's going to be very interesting. I guess this is the EX version of that super in that case. So I guess she don't have it, then she just won't have the super, I guess. Which would be pretty interesting to see how that plays out as well. Last situation I really want to bring up was a moon drive situation that actually happened. So I forget exactly which character that did it, but one of them actually did like an air combo, and then from the air combo they kept one of their air options alive, because you know when you're inside a moon drive apparently you get like a third jump that you can actually utilize. So with that in mind, they actually kept the jump and actually went for something. I think it was Noel, because I think she went for a knife, even though it got countered, I believe. But the fact that she was able to use another jump, that's pretty good. This could probably set up some pretty easy, I want to say, safe jump opportunities for some characters, especially if you time it right. You go for like an air throw combo, and then from there you just hop up in the air from that, like you just jump cancel it, which is pretty interesting that she was actually still in like an airborne state from her actual like jump from her air throw. I guess she, like, because she hops a little bit, she was actually able to jump cancel that. Pretty interesting. I don't know if that's going to work for every character, because some characters just like come straight down to the ground, it seems like. But the way hers worked, it seemed like it actually worked in her favor, that she was able to actually get that situation to work like that. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, as always, it's looking good, man. We didn't really get to see too much of Roa, I feel like, outside of he actually won a round, but it looked like it was just off a bunch of straight hits and a super. But we did get to see a decent amount of Noel and what she brings to the table, especially since there's a lot to analyze with this character because she's brand new and stuff like that. She seems like she's gonna have some pretty dirty pressure and stuff like that, especially with that, like, there's a scene that happened where she was like had Ro in the corner. She did like JBJA or JCJA, and it looked so low to the ground that it looked like she can actually do like a fuzzy or something like that, maybe. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna have some pretty strong pressure structure, especially with that limited resource and stuff like that, being able to create her own plus frames and such like that, as well with the vacuums and of course the standing resets. It's gonna be crazy. This character looks pretty good, and she has some pretty nice range along with it. So I'm very excited to see what people do with this character for sure. So I'm guessing the next footage that we actually going to see is going to be showcasing Roa a little bit better. So usually the second footage usually have a little bit more sauce with it, so maybe we'll be able to see a little bit more on both sides. So I can't wait to see the second footage actually, and see if we can pick apart a few more things about this. As always, you like anything I had to say, drop me a like, I greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, follow me on my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. As always, my name is Dyken, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.